groceries, holding no milkshakes like Davis trophies. Now we eating stuff, living in this day to day. I know that you've been working and you wanna get away. I'm not working home, but I need help, relax, and right in the next we trip with the sun. Oh, and you don't understand when we hit the sand, working on your tan, you don't think that I'm planned it. Arms out like the redneck Titanic, traveling high speeds with the sand so hectic. See, I'm a man who stands for what he thinks right. From the land where mountains stand over prison lights, cause he can tell back roads on a motorbike. When the motto is do what you love in life. See, I'm a man who stands for what he thinks right. From the land where mountains stand over prison lights, to any town back roads on a motorbike. Where the motto is do what you love in life. Do what you love. We got glasses up cause we toasting. We got lighters out and we smoking. Sit around, pick up some speak ups and sleep ups and hiccups. My life is like a walk in the woods cause I don't need got glasses up cause we're toasting. We got lighters out and we smoking. Sit around, pick up some speak ups and slip ups and hiccups. My life is like a walk in the woods cause I don't need much. Boys on the mountain roads, it's as far as we can go. That's the road where the green grass grows. I'ma ease my soul, 'cause I won't be in nowhere. Myself out of my chair, real country cruising and hang, real yours and fluids, baby. I want a place in your hair, there's a place in your there. Real country cruising and hang, real yours and fluids, baby. Boys on the mountain roads, as far as we can go. That's the road where the green grass grows. I'ma ease my soul. I'ma ease my soul.
All right, we in this. Yeah, plus the fans are going like crazy because it's really hot in northern Colorado. So eventually what we're going to do, I'm going to pay my kiddos to do jobs, and they're going to splice the videos, cut out the bad noise, and then put in Jacob Lyle directly. So, but, I mean, this channel, it's constantly improving and all that. Yeah. Well, so the thing is I like to live in a way where only about a couple of people would ever try to come find where I'm at. So, plus I'm friends with a lot of, like, the cops and the corrections officers and gangbangers, and so I'm just friends with everybody, so I feel pretty safe here. There is one dude that might try to come find me, serial rapist, that I know I don't really condone snitching, but this guy raped multiple women, and we got into a fist fight, and I thought he was actually going to get caught. He didn't. He actually used the lie that it got out of it. He told me about the lie, the switcheroo. I think I might have talked about that before here. I talk about it a lot. But anyways, yeah, he told the police that he didn't know how the women were drugged. He just slept with them. I'm like, dude, you drugged them. Well, he drugged some other women while his buddies drugged those women. And then they switcherooed. Anyways, so, yeah, I snitched on him. I'll tell anybody that. Bangers appreciate that. Well, and actually, so here's the thing. We're all pretty much the same, especially as we end prohibition. Like, cops are people, too. I mean, the ones, like, the feds going after the drug bust, those are kind of still pricks. But, like, for the most part, like, and the cops that I grew up with, I was friends with the chief of police back home. And, like, he knew I smoked weed, like, hella weed. And, yeah. So, yeah. And that's the thing, though, and gangbangers, like, really, even that, most people that are in any organization are just trying to do so to survive, like, corrections. That's what the biggest recruiter of gangs is, going to prison. So, I got a lot of friends on both sides of the bars. Because my hometown was a prison town, so, like, that's all, like, everybody did was they worked at the prison, so, or at the ski resort, you know, up the hill. Let's see. As far as this, oh yeah, and the projects. We'll talk about the projects. We got some good news on those, but for now, I'm going to try to beat up on, or rather get beat up by this dude. So, but yeah, I'm currently wiping a computer for an aspiring addictions counselor. She's trying to take her tests and qualifications, and she would need, like, a computer. So, and they're not really fancy, but yeah, it's human nature. I mean, like, it's In fact, I got pulled over smoking weed once. It's hilarious. The guy even said, he's like, and actually, we're just going to run. We're not going to fight any of these people. I've already fought them enough. And run away from the other one. So, but anyways, yeah, he pulled me over. He saw me smoking weed on the way to work. Like, yes, yeah. Yeah, I'm from BV. We call it Buena Vista. I know it's supposed to be Buena Vista, but it's just the name of the town, how it's always been. And it gets really ridiculous. Like, you know, I actually got into an argument with somebody who's like, I know, hablo español también, pero it's Buena Vista. It's just how people call it. You don't say it. In fact, that's how we know people aren't from there, is if they try to say it the politically correct way in the Spanish pronunciation of it. That's instantly how we know. Because if you've been there for long enough and you just keep hearing people refer to it, it's like calling Germany, or, you know, the United States of America, the United States or Stats. You know, any kind of thing. When it just sounds wrong and distorted, it just sounds weird. But yeah, prisons. We had like football programs similar to like Texas small town prison or football programs. We were raised by prison officers, and yeah, I was good family friends with the chief of police, even though I like smoked and sold hella weed. So like, I mean, he didn't care because it wasn't the methamphetamine. So that's what he was really concerned about. That's when you get into like the no stuff. And really, and that's understandable too, because even people that do blow, like, most of the time, they're not trying to do, like, tweak. Like, it's laced with it because they want to take shortcuts. Some people. Not all people. But, in fact, most people, purveyors of the black markets, are very legitimate people. And they have to be, because they got so many rules and regulations that they got to, like, adhere to. Ah! I suck at this guy so bad. I was melted with fire! Ooh, that was the one that... Oh, and I didn't even get the range. Oh. I think the trick is to not... Oh, yeah, he was going in for another one. Alright. Burn. Oh, he's going to do something. Yep. Oh, man, I thought I dodged that. Oh, he's coming down strike. Get him, burn him. Oh, wait, I gotta do this. I have, like, no mat. Come on. Yes, I see that the end is... I wasted it. So anyways, the projects are wiping tech to prepare it for donations. That's basically, like, the project that I've been working on. I have a few colleagues, actually around the world, that are going to be gearing up to do this. We're developing a few educational systems to put on a virtual machine. Did I roll the wrong way? No! So, in fact, I got an operator in China, in India, a few in Europe, and actually Coding Game. Not that I'm directly collaborating with any of them, but it wouldn't take much to establish a project that they would want to collaborate with. And Coding Game folks are all over. In fact, they've got some Russians in there too, that amazing coders, like, you know, and again, people all over. They're the exact same no matter what. Yeah, so like the initial stuff, I'm just doing trial runs with my own. So I work for a nonprofit, and like my boss said, it's cool if we donate our old tech, as long as I wipe it properly with the Wipe Wizard with Red Key USB, which it's been proven by Linus Tech, that one guy that does a really great tech channel, that if you do it right, correctly, it will wipe all files off of a computer. And that's really the only reason that we haven't been donating used technology. Like, so let me back up a little bit. So I worked at an aerospace company for about a year, and one of my first projects was we had to trash hundreds of computers that were perfectly good, and engineering computers too, like things that could handle like a lot of, I think they all had like 16 gig RAM. This was back in like 2018, I think, 2017, somewhere around there. And we just threw them away. They were still perfectly good, and well, so we put them in a crate, and then they were actually processed by a company that we paid money to process them. And I don't even know what program they use to do it, or, I mean, I've heard of like D-Band, I've heard of like different things. Oh, no, come on. Dang it, I was trying to get away from that. Wow. I'm just gonna whack them. Let's try it this way. Come on, you. Smack the crap out of you. There you are. Nope, that's the thing that killed me last time. Oh, God. Where'd he go? There you are. Whee! Oh, yep, that's you kind of want to get away. All right, I almost got, oh, no. Where'd he go? There he is. Woo. There he is. Got him. All right. Whew. Cinders of a Lord and Soul of Aldrich. Oh, we got a cutscene. I haven't done this in a while.
Unkindled one. The fire fades and awaits its one last lord.
Alright, Word, I'm going to keep continuing to explain the projects, but if you ever want to clarify anything, for sure, just ask, because they're in motion, and we're starting to rile up some popularity, so, but yeah, they're fun.
Please save his soul.
And of course, appreciate the lurk. I really do need to fix up this stream a little bit better, like hook up a camera, have my face down in the corner, because I don't mind having my face on the screen. It's just, it's a technological difficulty. Do it!
Prince Lothric is in your hands. Please save his soul. Tell him what he must be. A law.
Yes. Oh. Basin of Vows. Yeah, I'm not doing that just yet. I'm gonna go spend my souls. In fact, I'm not even going anywhere. We're just gonna do a homeward bound. I'm not gonna risk it for the biscuit. I know this trick. That dancer that pops out is like one of my worst bosses on this game. I mean, Aldrich killed me plenty of times just now, and I beat this game a few times. This is actually the only Souls game I've beat except for Bloodborne. In Bloodborne, I accidentally went into the New Game Plus and I wasn't quite ready. That's alright. That's why I stopped streaming that one, but I might make a new character and do that. Oh, well, I talk about the projects. So, yeah, it's mostly hardware for now, but the next phase is actually going to be working with local school districts in Colorado. Well, I need a proof of concept first. Like, none of this is official, and I guess I should say that disclaimer. Like, everything I do, it's lone wolfing it. I mean, I do have a bunch of colleagues working on it with me, but, like, nothing is guaranteed, nothing is for sure, all of that good stuff. So, I just feel like that needs to be said. But it is really cool. And so the next phase is to gather up a bunch of, like, high school students to volunteer, to basically hang out in chat rooms and help people with their cybersecurity. Now, it's very basic stuff like how to set up strong multi-factor. Oh, wait, I just heard where you can get chunks. Something drops chunks. Hold on, I want to look that up because we need to farm some chunks. But anyways, yeah, so, and we're calling it the Global Online Safety Helpers, or the GOSH. Might try to do some Napoleon Dynamite if we can ask them to use that. Like, gosh. But it's basically like a nice system to where if companies want to donate money to it, that's cool. We can funnel the cash to reward the volunteers with money towards study abroad programs. And I have a couple of colleagues that work in that area. that have wanted to help. I mean, again, nothing said. I mean, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, and that's why I don't really use like names. And in fact, on our nonprofit proposal for this organization that we want to start, I'm not even using my buddies' real names. Like, they're fake names. But when we make the actual proposal, I do that to protect their identity and put it on there. But I don't think anybody would really want to hurt any of these people either, because the idea of the projects is to help facilitate reintegration from prison or from poverty. Like, uh-oh. Actually, I'm going to have to leave that in my notifications. But anyways, yeah, helping to reintegrate people into society from whatever dark spot they're at, whether it's prison, jail, drug addiction, and even that, like, I feel like a lot of people had just got caught with something. They weren't necessarily addicts, or at that time they got caught slipping, and it could have been something very innocent and simple. And similar stuff, oh yeah, Nightbot, I forget about that. But similar stuff to like how cops are people too. Like, if you don't make it an issue for them, most of the time they'll just let you go. Like, I mean, don't have it sitting out like, hey, here's some drugs in my car. But, you know, be nice, help them figure out what they need to figure out. Don't rat on yourself, but at the same time, like, yeah, there's a whole subtle nuance. But you got to treat the cops with respect, and they'll treat you with respect. And that's actually why it's harder to drive while not white. I mean, especially now, if you look Hispanic or anything, whew, they're going to ask for your papers. They're going to, like, give you the... I mean, but that's just because of society. And unfortunately, the societal pressures, they are as such to where, like... And I think it's changing now, especially in Colorado. Like, we've had, like, enough black people around. Like, it doesn't, like... Now, I will say that when I moved up to the city from the mountains, or down from the mountains... We didn't have a lot of non-white people up in the mountains, but we did, and I was still friendly with them. Like, that was never an issue. Like, we didn't, like, they didn't feel unsafe, I don't think. At least they never told me. I mean, and they told me a lot of personal stuff. So, I mean, I feel like they would have been like, hey, man, your friends make me nervous. Or, hey, because I had somebody say that, actually, about Jewish comments. My girlfriend at the time. She was like, hey, I don't like how your friends say that I got Jewed. I was like, well, they don't mean it like they hate Jewish people. They mean it like in the South Park, like, you know. In fact, Kyle Broflovsky was one of the main characters, and he's like one of my favorite characters. So, like, and it's not like, you know, there's no hate behind it. And South Park actually was a little bold. They went as far as to use the F word, not the main one, but the one for homosexual, and that's not cool. I think they went a little too far with that one, but they showed the power of linguistics, of, like, they were calling a bunch of motorcycle riders that because they were just riding their motorcycles all loud and, like, revving all over the town, and which does happen. Like, that's why they did Sturgis, to get all those guys, those people, those guys and gals away, and everyone in between, so they could go have their get their yayas out and not bother a bunch of people. So they have like a whole city or town. Anyways, let's give them this coal.
Seems like ages passed. I imagine his passing was long ago. I miss the old bugger, I do. My thanks. I'll be sure this coal is put to good use. I'll be smithing weapons never before seen by the likes of ye. It's a small service to pay my humble respects.
Let's see. I do have another... Well, no, it's not the same. I've got the fire battle axe, the deep battle axe. So we could actually go ahead and upgrade this a little bit. I have a collection of axes. So if I need deep... Easily will die, skill, war cry. I don't... No. Anyways. Don't have enough for a level. I would like to get... Yep. Oh, what? Dang, 15,000. Okay, I didn't realize that. Now I needed these two too. Oh well. We're going to have to do some grinding anyway, but I think I'm a high enough level to where I can kind of make it through most stuff, or muddle through with only a few casualties, or maybe a few dozen, we'll see. So, I ain't no pro. But anyways, yeah, the project. So hardware is just one point, and I don't know if that aerospace company will do it because, well, they're aerospace and they have a bunch of like military projects, so you got to be careful that way. Like they have extra requirements for that. So, and also I want to go explore here before I get too far. But if I can make a viable way to donate technology, and I actually might be working with some PTAs. I'm on a couple PTAs myself. Oh, I probably should have waited, but like get chopped by the door. Okay. But cool. So and through the PTAs, I could find families with kids that could use a free computer. It might have to be Linux too, because a lot of computers, like, they can't handle Windows 11, and Windows 10 has reached end of life, so you should no longer be using Windows 10. Just because if there are any viruses discovered, and honestly, even as I say that, I feel like people intentionally do that. I think Microsoft intentionally does that, like forces everybody to be up onto Windows 11, which has enhanced security features, but also has enhanced monitoring features. So don't commit crimes. Ooh, Sun Princess ring with your stuff. And again, most cops do not care as much about drugs. Like the harder ones, yeah, maybe. And like, oh, it's rubbish. But where? Oh, we're looking at rings. Hold on. This one gradually restores HP. Oh. I like that. Although now I think I'm doing okay. Let's I could have used that for that last fight, but that's good. I'll take it now. Also, let's take a look around. So we killed this guy. This is his personal bedroom. His bed chamber. Alright. Oh, and the cinders of our Lord. We need to return to so I guess that's it. So yeah. Well, and actually, sorry, I was thinking back to the very beginning of the conversation that got into all that. If anybody wanted to try to attack me here, like, the cops are very responsive, but also, like, I've got so many Be Nice devices, like, peppered throughout this house. It's like Home Alone, only with, like, lethal weapons. So, like, and I know, like, everybody's got that macho thing, or a lot of people have that macho thing, where like, oh, I hope somebody breaks in so I can, just destroy them and all that, which Colorado does have the law where you can kill somebody if they break into your house and mean you harm. Like, you don't have to have any excuse. You can just murder them. Like, I wouldn't go that far, just because I've seen what killing people does to people. Like, never seen the actual, but, like, I knew this guy that was locked away for murder. And, I mean, aside from the pain and the agony of knowing that you killed somebody, like, because that weighs on your mind for many years, potentially forever. Like, your life could forever be altered if you kill somebody. So... Yeah. So it's like, you would think people would think twice, but most of the time, if they're willing to break into your house, they're looking for a quick score to probably go get their fix. Like, most likely because they thought they were getting some blow for the night, and instead they got that methamphetamine mixed into it. I used to. But no, I'm in a city. So like if somebody broke in, first off, my neighbors would probably be like, what are you doing? Because I got one guy who's like awake all the time. He works nights and stuff, so he'd see stuff, and then like, and then I've got neighbors on the other side that they like me, and that's why it's a good idea to be nice to your neighbors. And just be nice to everybody, because like, I've got eyes all over this place. And again, like, the police, they're very responsive, so I mean, if I had any emergency, just scream 911 or something. But I'd probably honestly try to take a swing at whoever came in here. I got Be Nice devices, like between clubs, bats, knives, crowbars, basically just random things. And like, oh, he got me. So, and actually I don't even know what I was doing. I was kind of wandering around just getting souls. at this point, because we've got the dancer, then we've got... I think it's just the dancer now. Well, the dancer, they might not spawn. We'll see. First, I want my souls back. Oh, man. I was walking around in all this filth. So... Oh, but the projects are actually aimed at helping to mitigate even small petty crime like breaking and entering and trying to steal from somebody. Because, like, part of it is interest-free loans. Now, that's quite the undertaking because there's several laws and structures in place to make sure people aren't kind to people. Yes, that's right. I've looked into the legalities of interest-free loans. And, like, as far as... And I'll use AI to do it. I know a lot of people are against the AI, but I've used it to do political discussion, mostly on the X app, but also to work through these projects and kind of get a good idea, oh, this was probably a bad idea. Whee! But if I die right next to a bonfire. Or I could just leave. Poof! Ha ha ha! Reset. So anyways, let's actually go to... Wait, where am I going? High wall of Lothric, tower on the wall. Oh yeah, Vorge the Boreal Belt. That's what I was trying to do. So, yeah, generative, yeah, and making games, which sucked because I have a buddy. He's actually a friend of me. We were kind of like, we're from rival towns, and he's also a cybersecurity professional. We were in the same class, we were the same boot camp, and like we're friends now, of course, and all that. But like, you know, we just grew up hating each other's town. But he made an AI game, and he didn't tell me for a bit. I was like, oh, this is so cool. You made this? He's like, yeah. And then he told me, he's like, but yeah, I used AI. And I was like, oh, man. So I had to break it to him. I was like, that's not really the flex that you might think it is. Like, it's cool that it works, but, like, that disenfranchises the people, well, like a lot of other people I know that did the software engineering or computer science classes, you know, with the intent of doing it the right way. And vibe coding, like, man, I am a little worried for a lot of people that I used to go to school with, like, because they might be out of a job if companies just make all their software with AI. Like, you know, why bother learning the art, which, I don't know. That's a whole nother gray area, but the IT is never going to go away. There is always going to be a high demand for people that are patient, kind, and understanding, and that understand that we all suffer at the hands of technology sooner or later. Like, we're all going to be stumped by something. Ow! Okay. I was trying to get a critical hit, but man, I'm getting some nice loot too. Alright, let's see if the dancer attacks me. Okay. Oh! Oh. Whew. I thought I triggered the dancer. Did I trigger the dancer? I triggered the dancer. Dang it. There's a good chance I might die. Oh, but yeah, most petty crime, if people were allowed to smoke weed, especially on parole and probation, like, they wouldn't be out there tweaking around and, like, getting into trouble. I mean, a lot of it's that FOMO, when people get in trouble. I definitely went through some of that. I was on probation for a long time, and, like, not like the grapist. He got 5 years probation, but no jail time. That was wild. So, but anyways. Let's actually... Okay, so that does okay damage. It's not great. Yeah, and the cops caught him on 2 recorded phone calls admitting that he knew that the women were drugged that he slept with, thus being a sexual predator. And, like, yeah, that's the crazy nonsense. And so, like, and he told me about it because I was his roommate, and, like, and I wanted to be friends with him. I did. Like, I mean, we actually met because I sold him some bud way back in the day. But he was a total bro chat, piece of garbage. Like, You know, we had actually played football against each other back in the day. We did a football camp together that we didn't really remember each other from it, but like he was definitely one of the bro Chad like spoiled rich kids, and like definitely not good with scruples and boundaries, and no means no, and yeah, it was terrible. Like, and I actually, well, so he told me about it. He told me about the switcheroo. He's like, yeah, we just drug each other's victim, or he didn't say victim, but you know, I put it in this lady's drink, and then he puts it in this lady's drink, and then I go talk to his lady, and then he goes talks to the one that I talked to, and it's a switcheroo. And I'm like, that's terrible. Well, of course I didn't say that right away. I'm not like some gallant like white knight, like, oh yeah, that's all evil. I had to chew on it for a bit and be like, what is this guy saying? Like, so he puts stuff in people's drinks, so drugging, he's roofing them, okay, got that established, and then he sleeps with them. So rape, okay, got that. And then I was trying to figure out a way to talk to him. I was all weird. He started hanging out outside the house because he knew something was up. I mean, he could just tell that I was not happy hearing about what he liked to do. So, almost had him. So, and that's actually how we ended up fighting. I was drinking on a 40 of Old English, you know, very fancy, hanging out with some friends. We had just eaten some psychedelics, and we were waiting for that to start happening. And he comes down from upstairs, and I'm like, or he starts yelling at me, or he starts arguing, and I'm like, no, look, man, you're the one with this, like, you know, I started talking about how he's, like, stealing from me, he's talking smack behind my back to the neighboring apartment complexes, and then I was like, and then the worst of it all, you with your damn switcheroo, and that's when he punched me. Yeah, best viewers found on stream. Beating up rapists and almost stabbing him with butterfly knives and baseball bats. It was a good old time, but in fact, the cops didn't even really want to take me at first. They were like, wait a minute. And like, I'm just kidding. They took me right away because he was snitching before ever. Like, he was telling them I was involved in all sorts of crazy things. Which, I mean, I was, but like, nothing like, definitely not no grape. Jesus. Like, I have never met anybody, and I'll tell you what, I could probably find just about any substance except for date rape crap. Like, I swear, if you asked for that around the people that I used to hang out with, they'd beat your ass. Like, they'd be like, what do you want? Absolutely not, because a lot of them have done time, and that's one of the biggest prison rules is any predator needs to be checked. Like, there's an open season bounty on any predator. So like, yeah, like, what is that? Dang, Peter, man, I'll think you get your ass kicked looking for something like that. I'm thinking about Office Space. But that's good, too. That restores some of my faith in humanity. That even the quote-unquote worst of the worst will uphold better values than grapists. Like, so it's pretty wild. But that's also why I have high confidence in these projects. Like, if we help to enable the community leaders and return them back to their families and communities, then they will uphold watching predators and keeping them held accountable and keeping people safe, like the women and children. It's so weird that ever became like debated. Like, no, that's not really a priority. Like, you know, we don't really need to protect women or believe the victims. Like, wait, what? So yeah, it's a total cross up from what I used to think. And I mean, no, sorry, that sounds wrong. But like from what I used to believe is like all people kind of had a general understanding that grape is bad. Yeah. Woo. So yeah, that dude. So he told me about his plan. What's worse, he asked me if I could get the stuff. He asked me if I could find the date rape drugs, and I was like, man, I don't even know the first part about any of that. Like, what's it called? Actually, I didn't even ask that. I remember that. I didn't ask him because like it was still a mystery. I don't know if he was. Like now, after watching Better Call Saul, I'm wondering if it was like benzos, which that didn't really seem right because my buddies and I used to eat benzos, like not a lot, but like I had one friend that's what he brought to the table, so I was like, all right, I'll try this. Like, you know, I didn't really feel anything. I definitely didn't pass out, and to where I couldn't. Yeah, it's horrible thinking about what women go through with that kind of thing. Like, oh. So yeah, I told the cops everything, and they're actually looking for additional victims as we speak. He was in the military, but I got friends in Black Ops and Marines. No, not really, but I'd have to reach out to them. I haven't talked to them forever, but I know people that have done all branches of the military. Like, so him being in the Army does not scare me one bit. And again, I can hold my own. I almost beat him up that time, and the dude was like 6'7", 250 pounds. I was only like crack skinny, like 180, and like he punched me. like tried to tackle him, dove into him, and like we're wrestling around. He just keeps punching on me, and I lifted him up and slammed him against the bike rack, and like kind of held him there. He actually had an impression of a bike tire on his back. No, I'm 6 foot, like, and actually not even. I'm 5'11" and 3/4. That's what they had on the football roster, because like on a good day I'm 6 foot. So I'm not short, but like I'm pretty average. And like as far as strength too, I had a shaky 300 bench max, but a solid 285 bench max. So like, oh wow, we got enough for another level actually. Is there a bonfire here now? Yes. Alright, I'm going to go level up real quick before I risk losing these. But yeah, so then I slammed him against there. We kept punching each other a bit. And then he put me in a headlock. So that was the thing. And so he was actually a bouncer for a club in Fort Collins. And he used to tell me stories about how he would put people in headlocks, steal their wallets, take everything out of it, throw the wallet on the roof, and then beat up the guy a little bit and then kick him out. And they'd say, oh, he was drunk and he lost his wallet. And so people finally started to catch on, and the police got involved. And I think that old place got shut down from doing that, because I think the management knew about it and they didn't do anything. So it's like, oh, should I pump some in luck too? Item discovery? No, I'll keep going with the pew pew bang. But anyways, yeah, this dude was a bad dude all around. He robbed from people, he raped people, he put things in people's drinks, he would steal. He stole so much from me, and I caught him red-handed. I was like, dude, did you take these things? He's like, no, and all this. And I'm like, mm-hmm. But yeah, so I just misplaced where I put them. Yeah. So anyways, he choked me out, and I almost blacked out right there. And it was funny because I was actually the resident manager of the apartment complex. So people were calling my phone to report the fight. I was in the fight. And so, because they would call me before they call the cops. That was just the rules. You're supposed to check in with security, or just local. I wasn't officially security, but if there was a security issue, I mean, if it was I don't know. But anyways, it didn't really amount to much. Yeah, which way should we go? Yeah, let's go this way first. But so then he runs in, grabs his stuff, and I go grab a butterfly knife and a baseball bat, and I'm just so mad because I almost blacked out. That's that near-death experience when you start losing your breathing, and that's why waterboarding is so crazy. And fortunately, I've never had that happen, but heard about it. Ah. Okay. Jeez. All right, let's try this again. Hold on. Oh God. Yeah, it's not fun. You get pretty upset, especially when you realize that this dude, attacked you for just something that he was doing, for telling on him, for doing horrible things. So yeah, plus I was raised by women, a lot of the leaders in my life were women, the church, there's a lot of women in the church, my pastor was a woman, so I grew up just understanding that women were equals in every way and sense. I knew women cops, women corrections officers, women military, there was nothing a man could do that a woman couldn't, basically, up in the mountains, so yeah, but anyways, it was. And so luckily my friend tackled me and took the butterfly knife because he didn't want me to stab him. But he let me keep going at him with the baseball bat. Then I realized what I was doing. I was like, nah, I can't do that. And mind you, the hallucinogens were kicking in at about this time. So, yeah, that was fun. And I was laughing when the cops came because, the dude was a rapist. He raped people. So, I mean, I was fully confident that the police were going to take him. But nobody said anything. And nobody knew, and I just assumed that people knew, which was kind of a short... Oh, God. Yeah, this can get real bad real quick. Let's go down and fight these things, I guess. I only got 5,000 to lose, so... And this is a fire axe. Although that guy... Oh, man. Yeah. So, anyways, then I tried to break the TV with the baseball bat, and then I actually broke the bat in half. So that was crazy. It was one of those old sturdy box TVs, and like, yeah. So when the cops came, they put the baseball bat in the bag, both pieces. Like, it was just so funny. And they were taking like the stories and everything, and like, you know, his story, my story. They put him in a police blanket because he was the victim. He had called them and all that, and he had originally, you know, told them to come take care of me. And so, yeah, it was funny. Oh, this guy woke up behind me. Okay. Oh. Yeah, that fire actually is effective. Alright, we've got plenty of large Titanite. What I need to do... Yeah, whatever, I'm just looting this run. I'm not going to try to fight Ocelot guy. Oh, man! That was not a good dodge at all. I dodged right into it. No. So, anyways, yeah, so they took me to jail, and they charged me with third-degree assault because I couldn't reach his face. I was bleeding from my nose and my chin, and he didn't have any visible marks on his body, with a psychological. Oh, and then I'd also smashed a couple of 40s together to make shanks, too, at some point. He was crying. He was so scared, like, he thought I was going to kill him. But I showed amazing restraint, even after drinking and tripping and all that, like... I never intended to actually do him harm. It was all theatrics. So. Alright. This is a dark gem. So, and then, yeah, and then I found out later, after all the dust had settled, nice, some Titanite chunks, I actually talked to him. I called him up. I wanted to see how he was doing. I mean, that's what he thought. I wanted to see if he actually got busted. So, and he told me, he's like, yeah, the police caught me on 2 recorded phone calls from 2 different chicks that said that I had slept with them after knowing that they were drugged. And I was like, huh. And again, one of those awkward things, like he knew I didn't condone it. He knew I wasn't happy about it. And like, so then he got awkward and all that. But yeah, 5 years probation. He joined the army. He actually didn't even serve the probation. Legit. He just went around Europe and drank still, I think. Like, I mean, I don't think he was punished, like, at all. So, yeah. Yeah, but then I called the cops, actually just about a year or so ago, or 2 ago, because like originally I did have some unpure intentions. Now, watch, that's going to get me in trouble, like premeditated assault or whatever. No, I was going to try to challenge him to another fight, and may or may not had some friends that wanted to fight with me. So like, I'm just kidding. I probably would have done an MMA thing though, like so he couldn't have done a headlock thing, like, and I don't fight a lot, but like. Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. I think it was a deferred sentence type thing. So if he did okay, and so maybe he did the 5 years before he went in the military. I'm trying to remember the timeline of that. Because I actually heard about the military stuff through someone else. So that might actually not be completely true. That could be inferred. But what he told me directly was that he got 5 years probation, and that's it. And what was really cool, though, was when I got out of jail, I bonded out for the fight. They also found some mushrooms in his room that I copped to, which are now legal in Colorado. Like, if that happened today, and I was 21 at the time, so, like, I would have been totally within my right to have mushrooms in the house. But, like, and they weren't, like, baggied up. Ooh, shadow set. Let's get the claw. Black firebomb. I'm just going to loot everything. No, get away from me, guys. Okay. And so, but when I got out of jail, I went to go hang out with some people in the neighborhood from the other apartment complex, and I was telling them what had happened. I was like, yeah, this dude has been drugging and raping people at these frat parties, and they've been like coordinating massive like networks of this. And this one girl was like, hey, I think he did that to me. I was like, oh no, really? Like, and it didn't take me long, and I found one of his victims, and I told her, I was like, go to the police. Just go to the police. Don't worry about me. They're already looking at me. That's fine. And they all knew that I sold drugs and stuff, so they were like trying to be cool with me. But like I mean, but I told them, I was like, this is important that you get him. Like, he cannot get away with this. And so I like to think that she's one of the 2 that caught him. But after that, I had to go do my own stuff too. So like, I had to be careful and fly the straight and narrow and not, mess around. I couldn't use substances or anything like that. So like, oh wait, I think there's a thing in halfway there. Oh well, we'll check that in a bit. I'm probably gonna have to go back because this stuff is already about to kill me. Oh man, I might die actually. So I gotta fight these guys. Yep. Hello. Pricks. Ooh. Come on. Wait, what just happened? Got a Titanite scale and then some angel music happened. Oh, they're doing that. Okay. Deceptive magics. Get our stamina back up, heal one last time. Oh yeah, we're gonna die, but I gotta get close to the end exit. Alright, let's go. So yeah, oh, and he also stole 40 bucks off of our neighbor's counter after they took me to jail. They were consoling him because he was crying and he was all sad. He's like, I don't know what to do, my friend just attacked me, and making up all sorts of crazy stories. And so, aha, Lothric Castle. So, but then I actually came back, and since I worked for the complex, we had gotten evicted too. That was our strike 3, because apparently he threw a couple parties while I was out of town on business, and the cops came to those said parties and gave us noise violations. Well, he never told me about that. He was a terrible roommate. He just ignored it, just pretended it didn't happen. He went to party class, but it was my address. So, and I told my boss that. I was like, look, I wasn't even present at these parties. He's like, yeah, but it's to the whole room. I was like, well, that's messed up. And so his hands were tied, so I got evicted from that place for his shenanigans. So yeah, so he screwed me over so many times. And then while I was in jail, I think he drugged and raped my ex-girlfriend too, to get back at me, because I yelled. I was like, oh yeah, and I banged so-and-so, his girlfriend at the time, or his ex. They were on and off, and he believed it because she was kind of trying to get around with everybody, but I was a good friend and I never did. She wanted to, but actually I don't know if that's true. I mean, I took her to these guys' houses, and then I think she looked at me, considered it, but I think she changed her mind because I was so close. I was supposed to be friends with this guy, but I was actually looking out for her in his best interest to keep her safe while she was going to do whatever it was she was going to do. I don't know. Yeah, I was raised by a bunch of cops, corrections officers, and military folks, so I was taught to think about the least amount of force up until the amount of force that you might need. Oh god, we're good. So, you never just go 0 to killing somebody, never. Yeah, this was the thing I was thinking of. Or no, this is the other one. There's another one over there, but there's an item here. Yes. And now, don't really need to worry about these guys. Yeah, we do. No more toxins. Oh wait, the toxin takes a while to go away. So, I don't know. And actually for a long time I was still Facebook friends with the guy with 2 profiles. He was friends with both. I talked to him periodically. Never really let him know anything was up. I mean, I'm sure he suspected something. He knew that I didn't like that kind of thing, and well, if he talked to anybody who's done time, they would also say, no, nobody that does that sort of thing is okay. But I don't know. Now that I think about it, I doubt that. He didn't do. Well, yeah, that. But then you get into the whole security guard situation. If I were to try to do that, it just would never fly. And even if I was a security guard, I'd have to be actual law enforcement for it to work for me. And yes, yeah, that is a very scary thing that, they have this kind of range of what's okay. Was there something over here? I already got? Maybe that was the dark gem. Oh well. It's gotten now. Let's see this thing. So, and a lot of law enforcement, like, pretty understanding. In fact, I actually have a police chief in my family for Texas. I forget which city, but he joined the peaceful sit-ins and kneelings for the BLM stuff. Like he joined in on the protests. So, and he took a knee and he made it very optical and visible that he supported the black community at that time. So, and he actually brought a bunch of his officers to go do it too. So, and then back home, you know, the chief of police at BV, or former, I mean, it's someone else now, but he was a good dude too. Ironically, from Texas, but no, he would make the good judgment. Like, I mean, overall, like, yeah, someone might have had something, especially since all of us had weed, and like, it was such a small town, everybody knew each other, and everybody had weed, so it was like nobody really cared, but. Yeah, in fact, the dude that pulled me over, he was like, yeah, I had to do this to my own brother. I caught him smoking and driving, so I just charged him, well, for that one, I just got ticketed for the pipe, $30 or $33, I think it was. That's it. So, do I dare fight the boss? Because I have to get through these guys and then do a boss fight. I'm just going to kill these guys, save the boss for a bit, and then go into the castle. Oh, there we go. Finally a backstab. Oh. There it is. Ah. Oh, thanks for being polite and patient while I finish. Other knights. Nice. Alright, it's now your turn. Bink. Oh, the fire doesn't affect him under the water. I mean, that makes sense. Oh. Get out of range before you... Dang. Oh. Haha. With an arrow sticking out of his face. Alright, magic stone plate ring. Nice. Armor. What? I mean, I always rate it good, so if someone else gets their message rating. Yeah, although I don't know if I want to fight him. Ocelot, he's kind of a headache. I want to go dilly-dally in the castle for a bit and fight some low-level enemies. Oh wait, I gotta go that side. Oh. But I don't know. And so I think we're close to ending prohibition with a lot of things. And so as more states legalize at least cannabis, if not all the drugs, and then regulate them, or at least make it to where someone's punishment is like rehab, or it's rehabilitative and restorative rather than punitive. So as long as they weren't violent with anybody and like, you know, abusing that or being a danger to anybody, and they were just substance crimes, like, in fact, we already have that distinction. Like back up in BV, we had a boot camp system for the prison, and in fact, one of my relatives was a case manager for that program. And so they would let me know kind of what the deal was with all that. And it was a really cool setup where, like, they would give I don't know specifics. I want to say, like, several years. Like, it was proportional. But, like, they would drastically reduce your sentence if you were a non-violent substance offender if you went through the boot camp program. So it was just really cool. I mean, like, it was bogus that they were there in the first place. I mean, in fact, there were people there for growing weed, which is like completely silly. And I'd have to check to see if that's been fixed, because they start classifying that as like manufacturing of a controlled substance, which is much more serious when it's just growing weed, like, you know, like illegal gardening that is now legal in most places. So I don't know. Although that's one of the things I like. Oh, sorry. Let me back up a bit. So part of the project is a bunch of hippie farms. See, I gotta kill that guy. First, I'm gonna bink him. Just kill him. Oh, I want to sneak up on him. No sneaking up on him. Haha! I wasted like so much mana just doing that, or FP or whatever it's called in this one. So yeah, but hippie farms. So buying some land, growing a bunch of cannabis and mushrooms, whatever else, DMT, like, and basically making medicinal sources to fuel and fund, or to supply, not fund, but to supply the new mushroom clinics that are coming around Colorado. Like, they're doing psychedelic therapy in Colorado and I think Oregon. In fact, there's this guy, Zappy. I saw his ad on the Facebooks, and like, he's recruiting people for classes to do this stuff. I might actually take one of the classes. There's one for the business aspect, and then there's another one for like the medical practitioner, like nursing aspect of it. Like, it's more like being CPR certified, I think, but being like knowledgeable about psychedelics, natural psychedelics, like mainly mushrooms, but like I have experience with DMT and what else is there out there? I mean, there's LSD, but that's like, they're still a little leery about that, which is ironic because it was developed by the government, but at least, you know, we'll take what we can get for now. Just like not punishing people for hallucinogens is a big step. Come on now. Burn. Ah, not quite. Ah, that was almost death. Ah, no. So, anyways, I mean, it's coming too. Like, even old Donald lined up all those guys and gals that said weed has potential benefits medicinally, and he has said, oh, for a medicine it's totally fine, or I forget the exact words, but he is totally fine with medicinal cannabis. So all we really need to do is connect the dots where cannabis does improve your sleep. I mean, that's easy to prove. Your sleep, your muscle recovery, your anxiety. I actually took tests better. Like, I did the ACT once and I got a 26, which is pretty good. Wait, what? Tri-fire projectile? I don't get that. I mean, I'm gonna read. So, anyways, people like Zappy are starting to normalize a treasure. What? Okay. Yeah. Helping with trauma, PTSD, addiction, depression. They're all... Oh, wait, I can go back to this one. They're all treatable with magic mushrooms. Like, there are several studies that show amazing efficacy of even just mushrooms. Now in Texas, there's a guy, I forget his name at the moment, but he's been rallying and trying to like go to a bunch of court stuff and try to push for legalization of ibogaine, which is a lesser psychedelic. I don't actually have any experience with that one, but I know somebody that's working at an addiction therapy place down in Mexico, and she swears by it. You know, she says ibogaine really works well. So, yeah. Yeah, and I think he kind of has the Joe Rogan opinion, which is actually comforting. For as much as a lot of people don't like Joe Rogan, I do like some of what he says. Like he does kind of link like the common sense of like well like that, like psychedelics and stuff. Now, as far as a lot of other things, who knows? And I still remember him as the guy that was on Dave Chappelle. Wait, is this a Okay, no, it's a safe chest. Nice. But yeah, well, and even just and that's how we got the natural psychedelics legalized in Colorado was for the veterans. Like, you know, the PTSD that you can very well get from taking someone's life, you might need some psychedelic therapy. So, I mean, and of course it's good for all other kinds of trauma, like sexual trauma from sexual predators, you know, stuff like that. But yeah. And that's probably how we're going to push through all the other stuff. Like, you know, make it beneficial to veterans, and then everybody can get behind that because everybody knows someone who served in the military whose life could be improved with, and cannabis too. Like, I would really like to see the stigma go away because I know a lot of people that if they could switch away from drinking, especially like getting rid of drinking, that's such a big thing. I mean, to each their own for sure, but it is so much easier to handle life with cannabis, especially when you have hard stuff going on. Let's see. Like I know a lot of veterans suicide because of drinking and depression. I thought there was someone here. Oh, run away! Haha. Yeah, in fact, I'm gonna go smoke here in a second. Oh no! Focus, focus, focus! Heal! And then kill him. Haha. The Winged Knight Twin X's. Very cool. Let's see what's up there. Let's try to remember where that guy came from. What? That's where. Yes! Oh, ooh. Just killed him. The Winged Knight set. Very nice, very nice. A Sacred Bloom Shield. Where do we pop out at? Death. Oh, right there. Oh, this is about to get crazy, actually, if I remember right. Yeah, I think I'm going to go smoke one. Let's go ahead and... Oh, well, there's a bonfire up here. I'll get to this bonfire. Oh, watch out for that prick. Yeah, that guy makes it to where you can't heal. Such a prick. So yeah, I'll get to this bonfire. Yeah, right in the face. Oh. Oh, he got me too. Dang. Oh well. Let's get this item. Yeah, I want to clear out this area. Then I might go fight Ocelot. We'll see where we're at. I'm kind of thinking about doing a tech stream. I know I keep saying that. Or maybe I'll just do some tech work. Let's actually queue up some Jacob Lyle. Or how have I been doing? Oh yeah. It's been an hour. I'll go have a nice smoke. But let's get some Jacob Lyle first. Yeah, I know this guy. I played football with this guy, and he's a good dude. I don't know what he's up to right now, but like he just quit his job, and now he's doing like eBay selling stuff, which is cool. Apparently, it makes good money. I mean, he takes good care, like making the stuff work and all that. So as long as you're serious about stuff like that and you don't rip people off, it can be pretty lucrative. So, but it takes a lot of dedication, and I'm going to stick to my day job. So, all right, I will be right back. Let's see.
I remember when I was just a little kid. Oh, the innocence seems all I ever did was run around starting this and that. But when it came to getting work done, I missed the chance. They said my spirit was free, and if that is a good thing, then why aren't you like me? I guess that they were telling me that I'm a little different. Teachers always said, Jake, are you even listening? You can find me sitting with the principal consistent. I said I didn't care, and he was pissed because I meant it. I never started trouble, I just like to have fun. But everyone around me was content to have none. I guess that life isn't all about the jungle gym, but working 80 hours a week ain't on my bucket list. And those are straight up facts. If I make $1 million, I'll be laid up fat. I don't need to be rich, but I don't wanna be broke. I just wanna be well off and do what I love. I got this feeling in my stomach, I'ma let it live. I'm just glad that I'm surrounded by talented friends. I swear that it's my pockets that won't let me in. All my people are exceptional and destined for business. This laid back country cat is pushing the limits, and I'ma keep on doing that and stay in my zone. And now that I'm grown, I got places to go. Now that I'm grown, excuses are worth nothing. I gotta do what's best for me. And now that I'm grown, I gotta work towards something. And honestly, it's hard to sleep. Now that I'm grown, I don't act so tough. Don't need my homies here to back me up. And now that I'm grown, I don't relax enough. I got my homies here to pass the rum. Now that I'm grown, excuses are worth nothing. I gotta do what's best for me. And now that I'm grown, I gotta work towards something. And honestly, it's hard to sleep. Now that I'm grown, I don't act so tough. Don't need my homies here to back me up. And now that I'm grown, I don't relax enough. I got my homies here to pass the rum.
You bought rappers in the toilet. Like it. You play ball like a girl. What did you say? You heard me. Tomorrow. Noon? At our Caroline, keep drinking crap face.
I remember my younger days skating around town in that hot summer sun. Getting a little older, finally getting my license. Cruising around with the windows down. Back when getting a dump sack seemed like a complicated mission. Like when can I get that endo and clown? On my homies sipping on Keystone Light and Crown. Drown my sorrows, smoking sticky sour diesel for hours. I kept the G all the way to Z. Swing swords like Zorro. Guzzling rum, Jack Sparrow. Learned how to bowl and shoot arrows. Just an innocent kid, teenage wasteland. Like ain't nobody fucking with us, man. Well shit, I guess life ain't all about the jungle gym. But being married with 3 kids before 30 just really ain't on my bucket list. But life's so sweet as I reminisce on the days of my youth. Knowing someday I'll meet my moment of truth. Until then I know excuses cannot pave my road. And not all that glistens is gold. Yet we must all believe in ourselves and relieve the stress on our souls. So we can teach these precious youth how to shine and grow. Allow your minds to be free. And we can all sit back and enjoy the show. Yeah, like the birds and the leaves and the trees, you know. Enjoy the show. Yeah, like the birds and the bees and the trees, you know. Teach things, enjoy the show.
Now that I'm grown, excuses are worth nothing. I gotta do what's best for me. And now that I'm grown, I gotta work towards something. And honestly, it's hard to sleep. Now that I'm grown, I don't act so tough. Don't need my homies here to back me up. And now that I'm grown, I don't relax enough. I got my homies here to pass the rum. Now that I'm grown, excuses are worth nothing. I gotta do what's best for me. And now that I'm grown, I gotta work towards something. And honestly, it's hard to sleep. Now that I'm grown, I don't act so tough. Don't need my homies here to back me up. And now that I'm grown, I don't relax enough. I got my homies here to pass the rum.
trade a little Debbie Cosmic Brownie for
Oh my
anything.
gosh, no you wouldn't.
Alright, I'm back. I don't pay for SoundCloud, so they give me advertisements. I should. In fact, I'm up for, well, we'll see. I'm being evaluated for a potential promotion and or pay raise. But again, I work for a small nonprofit, so it's not like they got a lot of funds, but we'll just see. And actually, I'm letting this ad go through 20 seconds. So let's actually go ahead and travel during this 20 seconds. Now 12. But yeah, the projects. The projects are exciting. The projects are happening. I just donated the 7th laptop last weekend, actually. And the problem is like figuring out ways, because they're not like brand new pristine machines. They're donation laptops to help people get by without having to invest a few $100s in like a Walmart laptop or something like that. Although I do have a couple that are pretty powerful, so we'll actually try to, do that. But yeah, so the first 2 I got for friends, and that was awkward. And I guess a lot of these are like case studies to see how to appropriately go about doing this stuff. Because if you just give a bunch of computers away, like they'll sell them for drugs or like, or break them or misuse them or whatever. But if you like specifically work, and that's why I'm thinking the PTA might be the way to go, like work with parents first and then work with mental health organizations, which I actually was a client with one. I did some therapy through them. And I think that's the other thing is like once we normalize that therapy is okay for everybody, I mean, everybody can have trauma. Like life right now is traumatic for pretty much everybody. Like, we're literally at war and like all that. So anyways, once people are able to do that, let's try to backstab them. Can we backstab them? Yes. I get impatient there at the end. Like, this guy scared me so much when I first came through here. Now I'm just like, what? God. So I love these games. Like, these just ultimate crazy monsters, although I'm not doing too great. There we go. It scared me. It'd take me like an hour to fight him the first time. To like hide, run away, jump down there, and then he chases you and he just keeps poking you. Alright, a great lance. So, but the projects are going to fix all of it. I mean, and not like it has to be the things that my friends and I are working on. A lot of people are already doing it. Like that class that I was in, that's where I learned about the Red Key USB, and it's a British company that has these little flash drives that can wipe a computer completely. Like Linus Tech Tips does a trial run of it, which is really good and yet necessary because, especially if they're like an aerospace company or whatever, like you cannot have files left on the computer. It could be a liability. So, which sucks. You should be like able to trust that if your files leaked, they wouldn't show that you committed crimes, but whatever. So also I'm trying to think, I have to fall down to go kill the dragons. Is there a side? Oh, this is how I return. So I guess I have to run on the bridge. Also, there's a guy down there. Let's see. You do not want to get stuck down there. Alright. Now we can go down there. Oh, Titanite chunks. Oh, I can upgrade my, I think I can upgrade my axe now. But anyways, yeah, the laptops and then smartphones too. So that's what the housing and secure need. So I've given out 7 laptops and then also a fleet of 11 Google Pixel 6s. So like not like the greatest phones, but they're still pretty good and they function. And so that was to the housing and secure in northern Colorado. And that's just a small dent, but like it turns out phones are a lot more useful for people that, and even homeless too. Like, I mean, although I feel like once you get to that point, well, it doesn't matter. There's a whole bunch of needs that need to get met, and like ways to give them with dignity, let them get the help they need without thinking of it as help, just being like, just a resource, you know, and we're sharing resources at this point. And like, and I've got an army of people that are going to volunteer to wipe devices once we start like getting the proof of concept out there. I mean, because bigger companies will be able to get hundreds of laptops. I got maybe 12 to 15 Dells, old Dells, that don't have the USB-C charge, and that's how I kind of rank things. Like the new stuff all uses like USB-C charging as a uniform power cord after, thankfully, we did that to where like power cords are just power cords. Although saying that, do not charge your cell phone with a laptop charger. I fried a phone doing that. So, and I thought that the power brick would change the current to the size of, you know, something that would be okay. I was wrong. Actually, let's use this on this guy. Oh no, that could be death. Oops, that's the wrong one. That's death. Womp womp. And what's wild is you fight 3 of those guys in the next area. Like one of the next areas. Whew. Alright, let's go get our stuff back. So, but yeah, laptops, phones, a place to stay, even if it's temporary, and living on a hippie farm that grows weed and mushrooms, like, and does therapy in clinics and classes. Like, it's all coming together. Yeah. Let's see. I need to make it across and then go. Alright, so I do have the battle axe with the deep. Oh, that's true. In fact, I think I got that spell. Or curse, or whatever it is. Oh man. Yeah, that's right, he jumps behind. Oh, there's a few of them. Shame on me for letting my life get so low. I'm about to lose 18,000. There's another guy over there. That's what you get. Alright, so... although buying land... oh, and I've even talked to a prefab home building company. It's a non-profit called Fading West up in Buena Vista. And they've already built 2 housing projects for BV. So they're like well acclimated and interested. Oh, I was like thinking, I don't think I'm quite safe right here. Also, now I need to drink one of these. And he doesn't stagger, but he does burn. Haha, and that's the chaos one, so it continues to burn him. Oh, we got the halberd. So, and yeah, I don't know. So we get the land, we get the houses for relatively cheap. There's a really easy donation set up for it, although I'm trying to figure out ways to make it to where the funding comes from the top. Like, not necessarily government funded, but like most normal people, they don't have extra money lying around to donate to something. And if they do, they know a lot more worthy causes. Like, I think you're part of some of those groups, but like, there's that one gal that just got out of a bad relationship, and I want to see about trying to get her a new PS4 or even like a PS5. But see, that's where you got to be careful, because if you say something before you got it ready, that gets hopes up and all that. Yeah, or that more like Volun Trophy, actually. where you convince people that want their ego trip, like Elon Musk. You know, a lot of people hate that guy, but he's got a lot of money, and he has been known to fund things like solar energy companies, stuff like that, electric cars. Like, he was a gung-ho save the planet energy person, and still is. I mean, he wants to destroy it in other ways, but like, if you could convince him to drop a few mil on a few pieces of land for some weed farms, which, you know, him and Joe Rogan would be down for the weed farms. So then it's like, you know, it's just a matter of strategically scheduling this stuff. Nice. To where, and then they can brag about it. We can make it into a contest and gamify it. That's actually on my website, which is kind of, I might need to switch the names. I mean, or maybe not, I don't know. Like, I got Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and then myself as like the winners, or the top leaderboard so far. Because, like, as an encouraging, like, here, drop $1 billion into this non-profit that's going to build a bunch of weed and mushroom farms with temporary housing, and then more permanent housing. Like, there's several layers of it. Because you can't just have everybody out doing drugs and running amok. Like, you got to have some kind of control and all of that. And that's, like, part of the importance of returning people to the community from jail, is because they need to be overseeing some of this stuff and just back in control of their, you know, their respective families and, you know, their kiddos that are running around. Where's the door? Oops, I missed. I'm just gonna no-scope it. But now I need another one of these. That chunk. Oh, maybe I should have put that point in discovery. So, but now I'm a little at loss for where I go. So I have to run across. I know there's a way. Like, you got to go kill these pus things, or mana pus things. I don't know. Oh yeah. So if we get a few $1 million, we can get Fading West to build a bunch of houses, or I don't know, maybe $1 billion. I forget what the exact price was. In fact, I didn't even price it out. I got to do the math on that. Like, they gave me a... Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, we're going to need to re-up on our stuff. Homeward? But no, I won't homeward boat. I'll just walk around. But yeah, you get the affordable housing, you get the rehab, the farms, the medical clinics, the residential rehabilitation centers, all of that. You can have them working in coordination with the government or not. I mean, and then you just have them as available as places of healing for people to go or be sentenced to. Like, if they were originally going to be sentenced to community corrections or something lesser like that. In fact, I know they already sentenced people in Fort Collins to this place called Harvest Farm, which that place sucks. That's more of like an actual like prison camp type farm, where they don't allow, I think they don't even allow tobacco, or it's been a few years since I've talked to somebody there, but like, it was just rough. So, and when you're going through it like that, you need to have your vices. Like, you can't drink, you can't smoke weed, so get your tobacco. And even that would be nice if like they started fixing that. Like, I think I've heard about some people on probation and parole being able to use cannabis if it's for medicinal purposes, which thankfully everybody can come up with at least one medicinal purpose. So, be it sleep or muscle recovery or whatever, anxiety. I feel like there's another guy. Yep. Oh god. Man. There we go. Whew. This guy wants in. Nope, nope, nope. We're gonna get destroyed. Oh, geez. Dang, that was an extra hit I did not account for. There we go. Ugh. Okay. Whew. So, I don't know. And it's like, it's a stone soup situation right now because I've got the potential for, or I guess once there's a written plan that people can get behind, then I can start recruiting. I also coach football for this one school during the summer. And so, like, I'm plugged into that network. So as soon as I have something substantial for them to be like, oh, we're going to start asking the parents if they want their kids to participate in like kind of like an apprenticeship style workshop thing of how to protect people online. And again, that's just multi-factor authentication. It's how to use link preview by hovering over a link before clicking it. How to tell if an email really is from the people it says it's from, which, you know, a scammer, you check the return address and it's like some weird thing, or, you know, or even if they made it look really similar to the real deal. See, that's not good. Let's see. I can fight this thing down here. Well, actually, let's get the dragon out of here first. I think I can start doing that. Wait, I just came up that way. It's there. There is a knight over here. But is this also the way to go up? I think there's two. Oh god. There's two. Yeah. Woo. Lothric stuff. Oh, they're just praying to this dude that's all dead. Alright. So there is no way up here. That's fine. So actually, I guess the steps of it, I'm making scratch programs to describe all this stuff too. And then I'm cleaning up the website. And that's why I was going to do a tech stream maybe later. Or just probably just do it off scene and update the website. And that GitHub website is really the command and control of all of it. It's going to become pretty relevant pretty quick. But even as it is, I've got like a list of all the other content creators that I like to follow. And well, I got to go across there. That's why. Actually, no, let's kill this thing first. Come in full power with this one, though. So I'm going to have to re-up after this. So yeah, do the scratch program, start advertising the projects a little more, start raising awareness for it. Oh god, he just smacked me around. Whoa. Oh, come on. I was trying to roll away. Dang it. I got caught. I almost had him. That's okay. I'll get him. And what's this? Shoot. Alright. I'll respond to that here in a little bit. Yeah, so basically the order is raise awareness for the scratch programs, which is under another A-Rye alias. Yeah, they are. I've died many a time to these guys. Yeah, then raising awareness of the scratch programs, and then those are also going to teach programming too, just basic programming stuff. Oh, there go my 30,000 souls. Oh well. I knew there was a risk of that. I was about to say, well, I can't heal. So I gotta be extra cautious and roll. We'll get it though. So, and then Inertia is going to take the projects and basically encourage a lot of people to recreate them in every state that they can. I mean, the ones that you can't grow weed or mushrooms. Actually, most you can't grow mushrooms. I mean, that's understandable, but or not. It's not understandable, but I mean, at least. But that one's still to be fixed. Whoops! Oh, it's you. Oh man, already this is not doing good. Another big trouble. Did you get hit by that guy? Oh. Yeah. Oh, that's not good. The arrow interrupts the healing. Oh my god. There. Oh, I didn't get it. Oh! These both miss. Oh, come on. What? The fire arrow. Sniped. So yeah. What's also cool is once we develop a virtual machine, or either that or I'm thinking containers now. I'm trying to work with containers a little more. I've started doing a tutorial on a Kubernetes cluster, and I got a load balancer actually working. So every time you enter this one command that made it do, I can't remember what it did, but it did something that the pods within a container did, and it showed the ID of each pod. And so it was really cool to just see that it was load balancing amongst 4 pods. Uh-huh. Oh no, that's death. In fact, oh, yep, no healing. Thanks, buddy. I gotta get away from that guy. Come on. Oh man. Oh god. Let me heal. Whew. Yes, lose interest. I'm not that interesting. Oh, dang. The old 1-2 combo, gents, eh? I'm almost to the point where I think I might just run through. Okay. It's annoying that you have to take damage from that. Yeah, I'm just running through. If nothing else, I'll fight him inside. No. Whee. Oh god! I didn't know. I was wondering if one of them followed, which I figured maybe, but this guy's glutes going. This guy's Chevrolet's going. Alright. So, anyways, once the containers are built or somehow, then the laptops that we're donating out could be project laptops, like slap some Ubuntu on them. I got one actually that I've been building containers on. That's Ubuntu, just a Dell, one of the older ones. And then, and that's going to be a really good model for the computers that can't handle Windows 11, because any of them that are like that, which I think it's the TPM module, and then a certain amount of like space storage requirement. I mean, stuff like that, I'm sure. But like, you know, so like older, smaller computers, they could run Ubuntu with the container technology and then do like capture the flag stuff in them, like hide stuff throughout the box, and then just basically make it to where it educates in the computer sciences. So yeah. And I got a buddy that he's in Vietnam, and like there's a bunch of like Asian schools that could use this. It's like a lot of them run with Islam, just like how we have Christianity forced in some of our schools. They're the same with Islam. And both religions mean well, but like when they get kind of overbearing and such, yada yada, and most people know. But let's see. Oh. Actually, no, I gotta lure him up first because he automatically. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, let's still put on the. Yeah, just be nice and careful. Ha! Okay. Oh, I was wondering if he was close enough to make a difference. There's got to be a way to like use the dragon's fire to your advantage with this. Yeah! Erythil Ripier. Nice. Let's go loot what was down there. Really, this place isn't so bad once you get past a couple of key parts. There we go. Yeah. There's Twinkling Titanite. Oh, and I still need to upgrade. Okay. Oh, there's 2 chests over here. Nice. Oh, 4 chests. What? And none of them are... Okay. Twinkling Titan. Nice. That's funny. I bet a lot of people are like, oh, there's chests over there. I'm going to go over here. And then... Blah, 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 blah. They get ambushed. In fact, let's see. Oh, he was rolling. Or she. Let's see this one. Yep, exactly. Ah. Oh, Dark Souls. Miyazaki is so crazy. Oh, but then as far as what's tangible in the near future, I'm thinking about trying to figure out a way to reward kiddos with like a gaming device if they meet a certain threshold benchmark on like Duolingo or I don't know. I mean, like we kind of need to really figure out a rubric, and we need to figure out what's possible as far as donations, because like as a parent myself, I know that I would be fine donating a certain amount if it meant oh god, that's not good. If it meant that like some kid from a family that might not normally get a gaming device was able to get a gaming device. And so, and especially if it's through merit, like Duolingo, like learning another language. I mean, oh god, there's so much stuff. Let's just run up there. I saw a ladder, but let us not get distracted by the ladder. Instead, kill all these guys, throw us up at us. Yeah. Oh god, no! Oh, I was trying to roll. Only 5,000. That's okay. I can just run through most stuff now. Once I kill the dragons, then I can loot at my leisure. So the point of all that is I feel like the South Park underpants gnomes. Step 1, gather underpants. Step 2, and then step 3, big profit. But with this, it's step 1, spread the word about Red Key USB, and then encourage people to start wiping and donating laptops from their work to their local PTAs. And then, because that's the other big thing, is like once you start adding indirection, like with money or resources or even people's time. That's why this stuff hasn't really been going off at scale before. And it still is. Let's not say that like there's nothing going on. But I mean, it's about to be really amped up because like Red Key is a relatively new thing. I mean, it's still several years old. And that boot camp that I did was back in, oh man, it was back in 2020, I think the end of 2020, the start of 2021, I think. I don't know though. Okay. Okay, so there's a guy running up and then another one throwing. Alright, here we go. Yep, there's that one. Oh, he got me still. Nice. Touche. So and I've got like 12 to 15. Oh, he's gonna wake them all up. No. Did he? No. Very nice. So where is he? Okay. Oh god! It's an actual one. Oh, it's one of these weird sideways ones. It's a good thing I check every chest, though. I was about to comment on, oh, it's kind of silly that I keep doing this, but you never know. And then it was. Alright. Very nice. Oh. Yes. And these guys. You go for that. Huh. Okay, so now... Wait. I guess it's over this way? Let's go and heal up. So there's a couple of things about this room. I can raise the drawbridge. I can continue to fight these big knights. Ugh. Does that look like a bucket of fun? Might be over there then. Oh yeah, I can see it. Or no. Oh, there's still one over here. And that might be what that ladder is too, actually. Huh. Okay. Yep, it's over here. It's like, oh, I feel like there's something that's going to come after me. There's some reason to go look over here. In fact, let's go ahead and check that out before we do anything with that. Okay. Nice. Should probably wait until... Oh! Well, I mean, either way, I feel like I'm gonna get knocked off of that. Let's go kill the mana pus thing. 'Cause I know that works. Does it attack back? Oh. Oh. Now it does attack back. Okay. Goodbye, Dragon 1. Now I need to get that one gone. Okay. Oh, there's an item I missed. But now that I don't have to worry about fire bombs, in fact, still disarmed. Oh, yep, because this guy. Oh, it's probably bad that I have fire on my axe. Yeah, I was lighting that on fire. Oh, man. All four. Oh, some black fire bombs, which you can trade to the birds. So I've been told, or I read on the Googles, that you can trade the black fire bombs for Titanite chunks. Oh, and then more projects. Let's see. There's online voting, which I'm a little leery about it now. Like, I mean, I know a lot of people are worried about, like, the vote has to be secret and blah blah blah, and like for like, you know, a dystopian society where somebody could, in essence, do bad things to you because of how you voted. Like, so there is that concern, but I feel like if we make that illegal, like just voting illegal anyway is illegal. Oh man. Yep, get all the buffs you want. Coming at you. I did that without killing his healer. Oh hey, there you are. I'll watch he raises him from the dead. That would suck. Okay. I see you. Who else is down here? Oh man. Let's go up here. Oh, whiff. I'm surprised he didn't hit me there. No. That was a gamble and it did not pay off. There we go. Oh, I thought he was dead. There, now he's dead. So the online voting system, that's actually what I'm also building these initial containers for. I want to run a database or a persistent data storage, I think is what they call them. But somehow to save data persistently. So it's just always available. Basically, a database is what most virtual machine and current server architectures use. And then, oh, this is the boss. I'm not fighting that yet. Let's get the shortcut, though. Oh, no, that's a shortcut to later. Nice. But basically, or not. So, they'll have a website to display the results. An email processing application in another container, and that will have access to the only email that all the votes go to and from. Oh, there's this to go through. Dang. Right in the face. There we go. Haha. Nice, so then another one will come in. So, but that's like a good example. So if I have a website and email server, and then I've already written the code to process a bunch of names and email addresses to create a hash that would make a unique voter ID using first name, last name, and email address, or it could be something else. I mean, if people are really worried about their email address being part of it. But although I feel like most people already accept that their email address is compromised somehow, and that scammers are going to try to send fake messages. That's all it is. Like, if people know your email address, big whoop. Like, it really shouldn't matter. And that's why that project coincides, or like, it would be easier to convince people to vote online with email if they all felt secure about their online safety, and with an army of volunteers to help coach people through proper safety protocols, you can give the people that comfort of mind, and all for free. Like, the youngsters get valuable experience out of it. Actually, let's do some luck, yeah? I want to keep making my pew stronger. So, but anyways, and so then people can vote by email, and then as long as we treat it the same as any medical information or financial information already is, and the only people with access are a team of IT techs that are heavily scrutinized, and they're only allowed to look at the votes that they're inspecting. You know, other than that, it's all just done by machine eyes, just like we do everything else. So, I mean, it's close, but I think people need to be able to opt into it. I guess right now I'm working on making Perl scripts of doing all that code, because I have it in Python, but Perl is a lot better as far as efficiency and stuff. And so when this starts processing like hundreds of thousands or even millions of people, because I guess it would be a replicable process that would go to each voting district. Oh wait, there's another bonfire I can do. Why am I going through those guys again? I don't have to fight them anymore. Let's see. Wait, what? There we go. Lothric Castle. So, yeah, and there's a lot of ways that wealthy, eccentric people can get involved, clear their name for some of the evil stuff they might have done, you know, and just kind of have some bragging rights, be like, I helped make this happen. And I would invite anybody that has money, well, almost anybody with money, but that's part of the Volantrophy idea, is like you encourage people to donate money and to participate and volunteer in ways that are effective. And then we make a game out of it, like, and there's got to be some way to measure the impact, or people can vote on it, like the ones that they think, or that would be it. I mean, and then that's really the underlying reason for voting by email. Like, yes, it would be nice to prove that our elections are secure. I really wasn't worried about them to begin with. I trust our systems, but it would still be nice to have a way to know that your vote was actually counted accurately. And even counted at all, because like that's one thing that I feel like we don't really have as it is. I mean, like, I trust it as far as like nobody's brought up anything to raise the alarms to where I would think that I shouldn't trust it. So I'm trusting other people that are watching it. If they think it's a secure system, then okay. Wait. I'm so confused. Oh god, and then I'm dead. Oh, I went back too far. Wait, that's all it is? So I'm at the new place. Okay. I know where I'm at now. It makes sense because the bonfires were in that order. So if I go here, go to the further one, which I thought for some reason that was back farther. I was like, why would I want to go there? It's all coming together now. And we'll see how much fire that last one spits out, if it's worth it to try to run across. And I sound all gravelly like an old lady that smokes. I'm watching you, Swazowski. There we go. Ah! Hi, friends. Okay, now you. And you if you want to come down. Even if not. No, I'm not even going to waste it on you. Alright, so now I need to go. I have a shortcut. Do I need to use it? I'm guessing so. Wait. This one doesn't do the fire? At least not right now. Alright, I'm going to loot this place. It's going to probably do it randomly. I'm like, oh my god, and then die. Otherwise, what's the point in trying to kill it? Like, it doesn't do anything. Huh. Okay. Guess I'm good. Oh, there's a lot of enemies in there. Hmm. Oh god. No, come on. Before the heals. Alright, good. Yeah, I see you, Sneaky Pete. What did he drop? Alright, so I'm getting like the whole set. No, you stop it. Yeah, you come on too. In fact, I was gonna bink you right in the head. Oh, you sidestepped him. I didn't mean to do that, but alright, I'll take it. I need to save that for these guys, but I might not have to fight that guy. Just run over here. I feel like there's one up there. Wait, is there something over here? All these guys with their heads cut off. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and now we're back to where... That's like the next... Oh, here we go. This is where he killed the other dragon, maybe? I feel like there's another whole area, which I might not get to until after I beat that boss. Which I hate that boss. I suck at it. That one... A lot of these are just not that fun. Is it up higher? Ooh, here we go. There's a couple enemies there. There's one that like throws stuff here, but we gotta be careful. Maybe not. Oh, there's a knight here. Now your turn. It's just something about that. I mean, just because they're zombies, like I would never want to like, think that's funny with like a person, but like there's these like creature things that are just out to get you. It's just very ridiculous. Okay, now the big guy. That's what I'm trying to be careful with. Might even pull out some Johnny Magic. Oh, let's keep this here. Oh wait, that's that guy. Okay, he's not that bad. No, I think there's another knight just below me in the hallway. Fuck. Boy. Ah. Okay. I forget what's over here. Ooh. catch. Okay. Oh, but yeah, gaming devices for kiddos and stuff. And so, let's see, Knight's Ring. I guess that one's a little trickier because those are a lot more expensive than, computers that were just donated from a company, which were free essentially. They get the bragging rights of being like, I donated X amount of computers, and that's going to impact X amount of people. So that company could actually get a volunteer trophy like standing, like say, I don't know, any major company, like they start getting rid of like computers regularly, like banks, they would be a good one. Universities, like, any business really. Let's see. What does this say? It is slightly tough, but I am going to cheese. And actually, you know what? I am not even going to waste time trying to be cost efficient with my mana. Haha. Goodbye. Oh ho ho. Okay, so it's safe. I think most of these are safe in the castle. Praise the sun, yes. Oh yeah, that was where I wanted to go. Pledge oneself to the Warrior of Sunlight Covenant, an ancient talisman depicting a holy symbol bestowed upon the Warriors of Sunlight. Equipped to pledge oneself to the Warrior of Sunlight Covenant. Warriors of Sunlight are brilliantly beaming cooperators who place their golden signatures to help those in need, for it is their duty to deliver a great conquest to their summoner. That's good jolly cooperation. This one I'm supposed to already be being summoned when people are doing stuff. Let's see, the original Blue Sentinels. And then when a member of the Way of the Blue faces a dark spirit, the Blades of the Dark Moon by an ancient accord help to root out the invader. Summoning takes place automatically when equipped. So I like having this one equipped, but I could try to figure out some jolly cooperation places. Although, how we doing on time? I mean, that's 2 hours. I might actually, and this thing isn't overheating. That's the other thing. Like, when I stepped out to smoke, it could have, like, given me a message, been like, turn the PlayStation off, it's overheating. So if I just cut out, that's what happened. But I think I'm going to go smoke again, try to go for, like, 1 more hour, maybe less. Maybe do some jolly cooperation with, let's open this first. Because I'll forget. I don't trust myself to not forget. Alright. Let's see, can we do some Jacob Lyle? I'm going to go Blaze again. Not that I need it, I'm like pretty sloppy, but... And then we can talk about coding concepts. That's it's one of the other things. And so I'm actually developing some tutorials. I did have some good tutorials on coding game, but they started to take them off. And I feel a little guilty because I feel like part of it's because of me. Like, I started handing out my coding game playground link, which they're called playgrounds, and all of these people, and I'm sure a lot of bots too, just started flooding that website, going to check it out. So I think I accidentally DDoSed coding game, and I definitely did not mean to do that, but I was showing people in an argument. It was a political argument. I try not to bring that to like Facebook and my other socials. I keep that to XApp as best I can, which, as I say that, I'm starting to argue in Facebook. But I was sharing out the link to show, be like, see, I built a tutorial on how to write Python code, and here's one on how to write Java code, and I'm building one for C++. So yeah, oops. So anyways, I'm going to do this, maybe grab a snack too. We're going to listen to some Jacob Lyle. I'll be right back. I'll send out a message too.
my whole life. My whole life. And my whole life I've been waiting for the time I can hold you for a minute just to kiss you goodbye. I've been caught up in the pines over half of my thighs. So when I see you at the beach, that's what I'm missing inside. High or low tide, when I'm with you I'm fine. But when we're separated, I'll be losing my mind. I promise I'ma keep it on the real though. My heart is torn in half and I know that it's gonna heal slow. And I don't even care if it's soft. I had to write about it, baby girl, you know who you are. Just know I'm missing you in that wow. I had a dream about it, baby girl, get into the car. So I can take you to the places and faces that we have never seen. I feel like you would lead me down the path of better things. I've been thinking lately, what's a king without a queen? Baby, something like the space between. You mean the world to me. Come on, girl, I'm ready to go. I hope you're coming with me. Maybe we should reach for the stars. Come on, girl, I need you to grow. It's like the sun that hit me, baby. Know wherever you are. Of all the places you have gone and bridges you have crossed, I've been waiting all along for you. I came a knocking on your door. Glad you let me in, cause I was working harder than a man is trying to pay the rent. It all started through a friend of a friend. We tried loving once and then we did it again. Baby, come on back, you know I'm needing that. Come on, I gotta keep you on me like a green sack. I think that I'ma cross a map just to tell you I'm back. You can show me all the places you be kicking it at. When I say I'll see you soon, I want it right now. I just hope that you be hanging with the right crowd. I'm here to make you happy, baby. I don't wanna fight now. I know you won't forget what we was doing with the lights out. I would never wanna hold you down. I would never wanna hold you hostage. I'm just glad that I can hold you now. And I'ma be a better man for it. I've been waiting for this my whole life. Life is beautiful and you remind me. I've been waiting for this my whole life. My whole life. Come on, girl, I'm ready to go. I hope you're coming with me, baby. We should reach for the stars. Come on, girl, I need you to grow. It's like the sun that hit me, baby. Know wherever you are. Of all the places you have gone and bridges you have crossed, I've been waiting all along for you. Of all the places you have gone and bridges you have crossed, I've been waiting all along for you. You smile for me, just a little bit, y'all, just a little bit, y'all. 'Cause it's all good, it's all good. You smile for me, just a little bit, y'all, just a little bit, y'all. 'Cause it's all good, it's all good.
Oh man, nope, nope. Okay, I am back. Although I'm actually I gotta grab some snacks and stuff and water and um, let's see. Okay, sorry. I also had to answer one of my parent buddies. Oh, huh. Anyways. And that's a big part of it, the whole projects and everything. Like, it all builds off of each other. You start donating the tech, and then donating the time to teach the kiddos how to use the tech, and then donating the time to teach the kiddos how to use the tech to make computer code, and then teaching the kiddos, and it's all time donation too, because the other end of this, and so a little background. Oh, actually, I'm going to put this over here. Where's a plate? Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to go in a little bit anyway, even if this thing doesn't overheat and crash, because I got to clean up this house. But anywho, so the tech goes to the parents, and I also was introduced to the person in charge of helping Spanish-speaking families in I don't know if it's all of Larimer County or if it's just Fort Collins, but I'd have to check on that. But either way, once I get a viable program going, I know the person that helps Spanish-speaking families. So, oops. En si hablo español también, pero no bueno. Es muy bien, muy mal. Es como un niño. I don't speak the greatest Spanish, but I will make an effort out of respect to our other American folks. There we go, some yogurt. Because juntos somos más fuertes. See, together we are stronger. And really, we should be a united America. That's kind of like a, peace through strength. Let's kick all of the other people out. If you're brown, show us your papers. Like, I'm not happy with any of that, but we got to figure out ways around it. And that's actually the big push behind the housing piece of Communal, the name of the company that we're going to try to, nonprofit, that we're going to try to do. But just as a focal point for donations to flow through, but we actually don't really even need to be the face or the storefront of it. We could make like donations raised and then funneled to specific projects. That way people can get it more granular. Like, oh, I want to support this project, but I don't really support, like, especially with like weed and mushrooms. Like, a lot of people still don't support using such alternative medicines and substances. So like, you got to be a little careful with that. So if we had a housing community just to help the housing insecure and the homeless, or really the highest needs first, which is the homeless, like they have nowhere to go except for public shelters and all that. But like, and then it could be as simple as a campground with a tent. Like, you don't got to completely sober up, but you keep the hard drugs out, and try to work on yourself. Hopefully no alcohol, but I don't know. We could have different areas too. Like, if I actually had the overall say, I'd say no alcohol in any of them, because if you're using those services to get back on your feet, alcohol is like the last thing you need. But mountains of cannabis and mushrooms, you betcha, give you all you want as long as you're responsible. So, and clinically, or clinical help, that's key too, because like, I mean, psychedelics by themselves, yeah, they can be powerful, but they can also be dangerous if not used properly. So let's see. Okay, good. I was gonna say, I don't think anyone said anything, but yeah. And we could actually go into coding concepts too, speaking of that, because it's really easy if you have someone patiently helping you through it and there to answer questions. Coding's easy and anyone can do it. Well, it's easy to learn, but takes work and practice. But much like anything, you can learn how to play a piano if you give it enough practice, like, or any other musical instrument, like guitar. I feel like guitar is really hard, but like, I've only tried it a couple times and I haven't really dedicated any time to it, so. Sorry, I'm also eating a little snack too. I probably could have done this off camera. But here we go. So if I am a son, bro, I could go put my sign down somewhere. I don't know. I definitely want to put switch. There we go. Praise the sun. Or I guess we could fight. Now I'm at a crossroads. I gotta fight one of the two bosses. Or I could go see what's in this run. But I mean, coding, as long as you learn the basic concepts of how code works, or how a computer works off of the directions, then you can really code in any language. You need to be able to Google it, and maybe even use AIs. As much as I hate that, like, asking an AI and talking to one is almost like talking to like an expert. They'll explain how things work, why things work. You just got to know the right questions to ask. So, and I think, well, I don't know, that's a slippery slope, like AI for education, because it can like do all the storing and stuff. And I think I'd be excited for, oh, this one might be a thing, but using AI for law, like legal stuff. Oh, okay. because that's why lawyers are so expensive now, is because one has to be an expert in knowing how law works, what to do in certain situations, like the process, the steps. But then when you really get down to it, anybody could do it if they had the entire history of law at their fingertips, which AI does have. Like, I've used Grok to argue not a lot of legal stuff, but they're working on specifically that, doctor stuff, like, so you can get medical advice almost. But, okay, yeah, this is the one that we can't activate quite yet, so. Stick your finger in there. Nice, I'm just raiding all these. I don't know how to get that one. I think you have to, like, be able to raise up and drop on it. So yeah, it looks like I have to fight a boss, or let's try some jolly cooperation, but I need to figure out where I want to go. Wait. Where's the elevator down? There it is. We could just homeward bone. Let's go to the shrine. Let's go level up the axe, because I want that. But then yeah, as far as coding goes, like those two playgrounds that I had on coding game, actually wait, I haven't done a sound check once. I could have just been muted this whole time. Just to test. Oh. Oh, okay. I was about to be like, oh, I was muted. No, alright. I'll close that out. Okay, so.
Just go and eat.
Okay. Yeah, that was the other thing. I had confirmation because, yeah, we were talking back and forth. So, like, but I've done that before. I've streamed where I just talk to myself. So, but yeah, and Coding Game, like, Coding Game is a really awesome organization, and I would like to work with them in the future, like especially with these projects, and have them involved somehow. But they're taking down the playground, so you can no longer interact with them. Like, you used to be able to run code in the browser, and so that was really helpful teaching. Return the slab. Alright, I'm gonna keep this one up to snuff too. Alright.
Pretty, be careful.
So, but like, and I only had the Python one. The Java didn't run, but I had directions in how to, like, well, first I don't have directions on how to download and install Eclipse, but using Eclipse as the IDE, or the integrated development environment, to be able to run the code without really understanding too much of the underlying stuff. Sweet. After I said that, I want to buy rapport. Huh. Let me get this one. Alright.
Don't stop.
Get a couple more homeward bones. Okay. But I mean, yeah, Java was the first language. Well, technically the first language I learned was C++ back in high school, and I smoked a lot of weed. And like my buddies and I would just like go hacky sack once we're done with our work and smoke. And so we'd be stoned when we got into class. We'd do really good on our assignments and tests and stuff. And like, I mean, it was really fun stuff to do, but like we blazed through it because we played video games. We were already used to coding and stuff, like kind of like understanding like how a computer will do this, then it has to do this, and you have to be exact and blah blah blah, because games kind of teach you to do that. Like some games, like Banjo-Kazooie, I remember that one was a pain. Like you had to do some things so precise and exactly that, like, you know, it just wouldn't work otherwise. So let's see, maybe we will do this. We'll do the Sunlight Bro Covenant, and then just kind of run through it and grind a little bit. And we'll talk about coding. So yeah, like I learned C++ like just briefly in a high school class, taught by a woman. So I thought that was cool. Like talking about equality earlier, but and in computer science, it really is like a heavily male-dominated field, or at least it was when I was going to school, and I'd like to see that change. In fact, the ACM, or the Association for Computing Machinery, which I was the treasurer of my last year in college, they have a women's chapter. So, like, specifically to try to encourage women and everyone in between. Like, there was an all-inclusive, but like, it was more of like a safe place to. I mean, that's the other thing. Like college, you think everybody's like all like, party, 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 and like there's a lot of that, and, like ogling, and just which isn't very conducive to ladies being able to learn in peace. And again, everybody in between too. It's like yeah, coding itself. Java was the one that I started at CSU, and it's got a lot of syntax, or basically grammar, and so like rules that you got to be paying attention to. I was like, where's that guy? Okay. Serpentine, so I don't get hit with that guy. Oh wait, I didn't do the sunbro thing. I just kind of went for it. Alright. We'll see how... Oh, and I missed this from earlier. Oh god! I fell for the trap. Okay. So... yeah, I'll just do it here. Sunbro. And okay, so I think that's because we're the Sunbro thing, and I wonder if I need to be ambered up. I might get invaded. I think I got a couple. I could probably spare one. Let me grab a bite. Okay. Can't remember what way I just came from. Well, it'll let us know. Like your symbol is or your sign has disappeared. So, anyways, yeah, Java has a lot of syntax. Like you got to use curly brackets, semicolons. You have to have them arranged in certain ways. Like the beginning and end of every section of certain pieces of code has to have a curly bracket, just so like the computer knows what's part of each piece, like what's contained in it. So, whereas Python uses all spaces. I mean, and again, like once you learn like the basic like functionalities of code, then different languages are just learning the different grammar. So, and the main concepts are variables, control flow, loops, debugging, like which entails print statements, to be able to print something out to the screen to be able to check like the value of variables, or the location of, which is a variable in itself, like your current address or whatever, or the address of a file or something. So there's a huge number of ways that code is used for different problem solving using a computer. Mostly just creating and deleting and moving files around or updating them. And everything can be a file. That's the thing with Linux, is like everything is a file. We're just going to go attack everybody. Yeah. Oh, it didn't move. I'm getting too hasty. Oh, he might actually know how to get at me. Oh, now they both might. What? And you're done. Alright. Well, now I definitely don't want to die because I just used an ember. Oh. Oh, so anyways, variables, just things that you set a value to. And then variables have an address, and the reasoning behind that is every piece of memory in a computer has an address. Like, it's like the rungs of a ladder. And this is especially easy to see in Java because whenever you're trying to get like the value of a variable, if you don't do it the right way, it could give you the address of where that variable is stored at, but not the actual variable. And so, yeah, and then thinking about a variable is like basically like a shipping box. You can only have certain variable types need to go in certain shipping box. Like you wouldn't ship dish soap in a cardboard box, so you can't put a number in something that's supposed to be a letter. And then, oh, no, oh no. Actually, I'm just gonna go over here. There we go. Yeah, they're just so good at attacking. Alright, so, and some languages, like, so Python is actually a really easy language because it doesn't care what variable you try to assign, or what value you try to assign to a variable. It will make the decision. Like, I think you can cast things, which basically are saying overriding, no, I want this to be this kind of type, which is useful when, like, you want the one to be a letter and be able to, like, be used as a letter instead of a number. Or the other way around, like, if you want, well, I guess that'd be more for, like, hexadecimal, which, you know, that's something to look up. I mean, that's all computer science is just looking up more and more stuff and understanding it, and then using it, and then figuring out why it doesn't work. So, let's see. And then, like, the Java, you do have to declare like what type of variable it is, and I think it's like int char for character, string, which is a group of characters, or an array of characters. An array is a group of objects. And like in Java, you've got the array, then the array list. The array list dynamically changes its size. So if you, like, say you have space for 50 things, and so that means it has to have 50 memory addresses, which in computers are pretty slick with that. Like, they'll just store the one memory address, and then they'll know, like, it has this many spaces away from it, and it's all incremental. So, like, I mean, oh man, there's the guy. Let's go over here where you can't get healed. Oh man, he still got me. Oh, now I'm no longer embered. Not really much of a sunbro either. Let's see. All right. So, okay. I don't know if I have to be embered. We'll just experiment with this. But anyways, yeah, as far as coding goes, you need the variables, and then once you have the variables, actually even before that, you need to do what's called a hello world. And in any language that you're trying to learn, the first thing that you learn is how to print out output to the screen. And this is really important to tell that like your computer actually ran, or not your computer, your program ran. And like in every file that you build will be a program or thought of as like a script or some other piece of code that tells the computer to do something. So, and for Python it's just print, all lowercase. Oh, and case matters too. I mean, things, it's case sensitive, you could say. And so an uppercase means an uppercase, a lowercase means a lowercase. And that's true with a lot of things in computers, like your password, your username is often like that, although not always. And so it's just something that I feel like most people in this day and age are aware, even if they don't know how to use it all that well. Alright, now let's be careful. Haha! Oh, I missed the Titanite chunk. This axe is fully upgraded now. Haha! So, and then Java, it's really complicated. To do a print statement or print something out to the screen, you have to do capital S system dot out, O-U-T, dot print ln, or is it print line? I think you could do either. If you do print, then it's just like prints it in place. If you do print line, it prints it and then it puts a new line character at the end, so it like forces the code to like go to the next line, which is important because like when you're trying to print things out and get like a good comprehensive like view of something, I mean, and this is more obvious when you actually run the print the first time, the difference between a print line and a print. And then same in Python, I think it does it anyway, or you can strip the new line character at the end out explicitly. But I think by default, when you do a print, like, and then a open quote, or open double quote, close double quote, or no, open double quote, hello space world, you know, and however you want to spell it, that part doesn't matter. It's just you seeing, oh, it worked, I can see it. And then with Python, that's it. Like you close the quote, and you always have to enclose, just like you would see when you're writing a paper or something. If you tried to quote somebody, you would enclose every word that they said in the double quotes. That's the same with computers programming. Everything that's in that string, which is that string of characters or that array of character values, is now contained in those double quotes. And that can be tricky with things too, like the difference between single and double quotes. Like I think if you use them uniformly, you can use them alternatingly. Oh man, he's gonna kill me. Oops, why did I do that? Okay. And then you basically got to make a new space for everything, or a new line for everything. You want to keep your code or your variable declarations kind of to the front. So any variable you're going to use, like say you want to write a piece of code to grade papers. And basically what that does is it assigns a letter grade. Oh, dang. He's just coming for it. Oh, they're just healing him like that. Oh man, okay. I didn't realize it was that quick. Okay. No! He's gonna heal. Oh, he killed me anyway. I had one more hit on him and now he healed. I almost got him. All right, so one of the other biggest things to learn about programming is how to make it run on the computer that you're using. So if it's a Linux machine or an Apple machine, which has Windows into, or not a window, has a terminal window or terminal view to access a Linux terminal. So, because it runs on Linux, but with Windows, you gotta like either get a virtual machine so you can program in a Linux box, like a fake Linux machine, which, well, not like a real or fake, like it's not a physical machine. It's just using the resources on your computer as a second machine. So like you're basically splitting your computer into two computers. So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do. And that's why containers are so important to kind of understand, is because they take that same ideology of like virtualizing and making one computer able to act like two or three or whatever. And that's because, like, you know, we used to have computers with just one CPU or one core, which now we can have like computers with multiple cores that can be running simultaneously, so they can handle requests. Like instead of one brain, now a lot of computers have like 4 or 8 brains or something. So, and we're just farming at this point. Although I think there's a better place to farm. Ow. Oh. Yeah. So, anyways, less stressful places to farm with more benefit, I want to say. But we'll see. Whew. Now, where did I die? I need to... Now let's get our souls first. Now that we don't have to worry about the fire, I think I could kill the dragons. Oh, let's see. Oh no! I'm not messing around with this guy. Oh no! Man, he almost got me. Oh wait, don't you get back there where you can be safe. There we go. Woo! Alright, now your minions. Oh, sunlight medal, nice. I'll just keep killing knights and try to get sunlight medals. Alright. So now there's another one. Oh. In the face! Where were you going? You just running past me? Like in a hurry. Alright, let's see. Oh no, that was bad. Alright. There we go. So, anyways, for a Linux box though, if you had a Linux computer or a virtual machine that looked like Linux, or a terminal into what looks like Linux, you would have some kind of file editor. I think VI is on every Linux distribution. You can upgrade that to Vim, V-I-M. But Vim and V are kind of hard to use. Like for people, well, it's not too hard. You just remember escape key gets you into where you can type things for going or navigating, like quitting, saving and quitting, or yeah, those two. And then once you're in that, if you do I, it means insert text. And then of course there's like 2 or 3 pages of other commands and stuff, but as long as you remember those 3, like, or escape and then a little colon will pop up at the bottom of the screen, and you can type Q for quit, or WQ for write quit, or W just for write. There you go, you can save without, and that's saving. Let's see. Oh. I mean, we might even want help with this one. I hate this guy, though. Sucks. I mean, once you figure it out, I'm sure it's fine. But then he also has summons in. Let's go kill Osiris first. Let's go level up, kill Osiris. Oh, wait, there's this knight. Maybe I can get a sunlight medal from him. Oh. Actually. Yeah! Haha, sunlight medal. Nope, but I got knight armor. Okay. I think it's like 30. Let's offer sunlight medal. For some reason I just do this like one at a time. I don't think it matters. I think you have to like submit so many, or you offer like 10 for one thing, 15 for another. Let's praise the sun so our ghost might pop up like that one did. Alright. So, yeah. So anyways, back to like Linux, somehow you have that, and then you're going to write the very first line is a pound sign or hashtag, then exclamation point, and then /bin/Python, or it might be bin bash Python. So that would be something that you Google, like what is the first line of a Python file on Linux? And usually you're supposed to write like which version of Python you're using, like Python 3, or if you just say Python, it'll try to find whatever Python's installed on that Linux computer that you're using. If you're using Windows, it would be like a putty thing, like there's a program called Putty that lets you what? There we go. Alright, now for this guy, fire, fire. Oh, oh. Yeah. Actually, this is doing pretty good. We're already at 50. We might be able to get 2 levels, even if it is like a 30. Alright, now wait, we gotta be careful. Oh, that's right, the healer. Haha, where's your healer now? Oh. I mean. Oh, whoa, whoa, there's another healer. Not doing that rigmarole. I mean, I'll fight him, but We're gonna go kill that healer. Alright. Oh! There we go. Oh, oh, how did I miss that? There we go. Nope. Oh. Okay. So then once you get that first line, then you do, a new line, and then you can just type whatever. You can do all lowercase print, and then space, and then quotes, your message, end quote, and then if you save that, then you got to change the permissions to add executable, which is just chmod plus X, which is CHMOD space plus X, and then dot slash, which means this directory and slash. So yeah, Linux itself is a little complicated to learn. But after you learn that, then you're just like adding the executable aspect to that file that you just wrote. Well, first you gotta save the file. And it's good to have a couple of windows open. Which I should probably do this on the computer and show it. But either way. And that might be for another day, because I actually want to go do some yard work before it gets too dark. Oh. I don't think the healer's close enough. There we go. Oh, you were right there. You failed. Nice. Oh, we went in there. Oh. Break your furniture. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, he doesn't care about you. Ah! Oh, he almost had his guard down. Oh no, pokey pokey. Oh, ooh. I forgot a shield break allows you to do that. Huh. Alright, now I definitely have enough. Ooh, and another chunk. 2 levels. At least I hope so. So, but anyways, yeah, coding is basically that. And then you got the if statements, which are control logic. So if something is true, then you do this, else, or otherwise. But the word is else for most coding languages. And then with things like Python, or well, with Java, you need the curly brackets to contain the entirety of the code that you want to be run. If it's this one way, or if it's this other way, you do this code, and each of those 2 different pieces of code are separated with curly brackets. So, and then Python is just indentation. You can either do. Oh, I only have enough for 1. It's up to 42 now. Dang. I have 99 hollowing. I don't know if that's good or bad, or I don't think that's good. Where else should it go? Oh wait, you know what? I gotta go put old boy on his throne. Wait, that means... Oh wait, no, I need the last one. See, it's this one, right? Aldrich of the Deep. Saint Aldrich of the Deep. This looks like he's flipping him off. Or he's just putting him down. Alright, and he's got like all these maggots crawling in and out of him. Or those ashes, I don't know. There you go. Return him to his throne. So he can link the fire. And we got all of them now. Except for that one. We're getting close to that. So I think we could try to fight Osiris the... Oh, let's get some more magic. Actually, upgrade this now that we get all these Titanite chunks. Yeah. Oh, anticlimactic. But I can go get another one. Let's just keep... Let's see. Let's get all of them. Why not? Okay, just need 8,000. I've got all of hers. Lost that guy. What's she have back here? I think that's why I have 99 hollowing, because I did all 5 levels from that guy. Oh, okay. Oh, the Dark Hand. I need 12,000 for that. Weapon that allows its wielder to evoke an art unique to Londor, the land of the Hollow. It is also said to be an ancient relic of a primordial serpent. The Dark Hand mercilessly saps the essence of its victims and can also double as a special shield. Cannot be used two-handed. So skill, life drain, embrace the victim and steal their HP. Can only be used against humans. So that's what those those Dark Knights were using back when we were fighting. Oh, see, I need that. They were like running up and using that like red hand as a shield that would like create a red disc. So let us get another chunk. But yeah, so then if else, and then loops. But if we're thinking about like a simple grading program, like you want to assign a letter grade to each of the the scores. So you have an input of scores tied to a name. So that'd be like two variables. The first one be a name, maybe a first name and a last name, and then their score. And so then you would write that to either a file or or save it to a variable to be used somehow later, and you would evaluate their grade. So if it's and this is where the if statement comes in. So you get the variable in, and you're like, okay, let's look at this. And so then, if it's a 90 or above, then it's an A. And you could do like if it's a 90 or greater than 90 but less than 100, or less than or equal to. And there's that distinction too. You can do less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to, or you can just, and that's inclusive of the equal to. Or you could just do less than or greater than, and that's not inclusive. So if you did greater than 90, then anything higher than that is already going to do it. And that's like a slick way to do it. Whereas if you did, say, explicitly, if the grade is from 90, non-exclusive, up to 100 inclusive, then it's an A. And then say you get a grade for 101, the computer wouldn't know how to handle that unless you told it how to. So it would need to be another mention or another section of the if-else statement chain. And it's all depending on the grade. So then let's say it's an 80. Well, then you need to do another if statement. If grade is greater than 80 or less than or equal to 90, then it's like a B. And usually that's the case with that kind of grade. Which could change from school to school, but oops. There we go. So, and you continue down the line for each of the letter grades that you want to do that with. So, and anything less than 60, I want to say, most places consider that to be an F. So if it's just like less than or equal to 60, or whatever the situation is, then that's an F. Or a whatever, no score. Oops. Let's fight him. Oh. Oh man, he's strong. Ow! And then he just pokes me. Alright, never mind. I'm just gonna burn you. Haha. Okay. So, and that's the easiest example of control flow, like if else. If you wanted to check some other thing, like, say for like a credit card input thing. So you're like, please enter your credit card here. And just be like, if there's any spaces, take them out. Or if there's any, or if it's less than 16 digits, or whatever that particular card has, then you could either print out, hey, it's less than 16 digits, please enter a real one. And then it would go back to the beginning of that loop. And I guess for that you'd have like a loop to be like, while something is not true, continue to ask for a valid credit card number. And then once you do get a valid credit card number and it works, then you would set that variable to true, and then it would kick out of the loop. And so that, I know that went from like 0 to 10 real quick there. But basically, yeah. And then loops just do the same exact code so many times. And there's like multiple ways to control that. And yeah. I'm also trying to figure out how to get... Oh, I know what I could do. Actually, let's go fight the old Demon King. Yeah, I think this is over by it. And actually, I think I'll do that, and I think I might be getting close to done with the stream. But, oh, dang. 3 hours, too. That's pretty decent size. Let's give it one go. Might risk 14,000. Actually, you know what? I haven't really been paying attention, so now there's 2 spots where I was smoking, where it could have been, like, because I have to go outside. And I choose to, too. Like, as much as I like the smell of bud, I don't want to do it inside. And plus, like, you know, my kids are still here. I don't want them having to smell that. So, not right now, but yeah. Oh, did I get a Titanite chunk? Oh, I do have enough for the hand. Wait, no. She sells the hand.
Speak honorable.
Yeah.
Till we meet again.
Alright, cool. So, we'll try to fight the old Demon King one good go. Maybe 2. And then we'll call it a day. And then code, you just have to be very explicit about everything. Like if you ask for a number and they give you a letter, it's going to have an issue. Or you need to figure out a way to like handle that. With Java, it's usually a try-catch block. So you do a try, much similar to like how you declare an if statement or a loop. And then you do an open curly bracket. And then the section of code. And then you close it off. I gotta be careful, the ballista is still active. As soon as I run out of cover, it might hit me. Ooh. Oh, okay. And then compiling the code. So C++ is a lot trickier. Java, I would say use Eclipse. Already I can tell I want to get my different axe. So actually I'm going to try to go over here. Because it's a fire enemy. I'm using fire. Oh, that works a lot better. Yeah. mean, I doubt this would work good on him, but let's try it. Actually, that is kind of working. I mean, oh, he shoots stuff too. I gotta be careful. I mean, it's not great damage, but like, I'm whittling him down. Okay, this is where crud. It's like launches stuff at you. Ah. Oh man. Oh, I need to heal. Whee! Oh, dang it. Oh! Okay. Actually, I could just shoot. I mean, that's doing just as much damage as I was like in there with the axe. It's a lot less dangerous. Ooh. Oh! Oh, I think he's gonna do it again. Huzzah! First try. Soul of the old demon king. Cheese it. Oh. So yeah, I think for the coding stuff, it would probably be better if I just restore those onto my website. And then I want to try to figure out a way... I don't even have enough for a level. We'll go buy some other stuff. But basically, I need to figure out a way to mimic what Coding Game did and allow somebody to log into a machine that's publicly hosted and then have it to where it can spin up a container, run the code that they're trying to do right there in the... and actually, I think I got to upgrade my dark hand maybe? Oh no.
Do not be gone.
Is the dark hand here maybe?
Just what needs.
It would make sense if it's her. Go ahead and get that.
Do stay. Speak honorable.
Maybe I just can't. Let's see. There we go. Lots of poison knives.
till we meet again.
Okay, so yeah, I'll probably just do that. Just upgrade the website where I can at least just show what was already on Code and Game as far as being able to read it and then being able to run it in the browser. That's going to take some effort. And who knows, Code and Game might bring that back. Maybe they're just like downgrading some stuff for the time being, but that was a really cool place, or really cool way for people to learn how to code. So anyways, that was a good run. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Ta-ta for now. I'll see you in the next one. And yeah, might do, probably not a technical one today. I think we're good with the 3 hours of Dark Souls. So, alright, we'll see what happens next. See you next one.